everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Meredith and today I have a clothing haul from Korea. So I did just get back from Korea. I was there for about 2.5 weeks. So that being said, I did a lot of shopping because I hadn't been back in so long. So I have quite a few hauls here on the channel. So I'll be posting them periodically and also like splitting them up into some more digestible segments for you. So hopefully that'll be interesting. Definitely consider subscribing if you want to see more of that sort of content. And then also let me know if you watch my vlogs, if you want me to just jump ahead into Korea content right now and then catch up chronologically from where I left off, or if you want me to continue pushing forward chronologically until I get to Korea. I do have like daily content vlogs for Korea, so anyway, that's what I wanted to throw out there. So I did do a lot of shopping, as I mentioned, so this is going to be just clothing items. I hopefully will be able to remember the prices for you. So just so you know, the exchange rate was pretty good for me because I'm American. So it was 1,000 won, it was about 75 cents US, which is usually, when I do math, usually I like to say 1,000 won is $1, but it was actually quite friendly to me. So that being said, a lot of this clothing items are about 10,000 won each, so easy math here is $7.50 US. I'll try to tell you if I can remember how much things cost, and honestly a lot of it was 10,000 won because my favorite place to shop in Korea is the express bus terminal. Oh, that's the other thing I should tell you. So since I lived in Korea for so long, my vlogs are going to be more like daily life vlogs and like errands and stuff, and kind of showing you my old neighborhood and stuff. So it's not going to be like tourist content because number one, some of the tourist stuff I think is kind of tacky, if I'm being honest. I don't like people dressing up in hanbok and walking around the palaces because I think that's a little bit cultural appropriation. So I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that myself, and I just don't like posting that kind of content. And I've also been to Gyeongbokgung so many times, I didn't want to spend my money going there. So that being said, I did do some tourist stuff, but a lot of it's just like daily life stuff and giving you some like fun tips about the subway and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, that's what's going to be there. So let me just get started with my bag of stuff. So I did pack a separate suitcase just because I knew I was going to do a lot of shopping. So if you were a subscriber to Ultra in the past, there was that weekender bag, like it was beige. So I did throw that one into my suitcase and was planning on doing that as a separate checked bag on the way back. Because when you fly from Korea to like the Americas as well, you get 2 checked bags and they're 51 pounds each that you get included for most of the major airlines. So I flew Delta, but I also know that Asiana does it, United does it, and Korean Air does it as well. Anyway, that being said, empty suitcase came back full. That's going to be all the clothing items. So let me just get started here. So with all of that being said about shopping, I did do a little bit of shopping in Myeongdong, but honestly I was living south of the river, so it was kind of not that fun to go north of the river sometimes. So I did do a lot of shopping in Express Bus Terminal, and the prices in Express Bus Terminal do tend to be better than they are in Myeongdong for certain items, but for other items not as good. So I try to show you that in my vlogs, so hopefully it'll be interesting, especially if you're planning on going shopping in Korea, because I did a lot of the price comparisons for you. But let me get started here. So Express Bus Terminal, there are quite a few malls and places to shop. So it sounds kind of silly, but I do buy a lot of stuff from the Express Bus Terminal, which is like a bus station, subway station. So in Korea, a lot of the shopping is actually in the underground terminals of the subway station. So Gangnam Station has one, that's where I was staying. Jamsil has one, Yeongdeungpo has one, and then Myeongdong has one, and Express Bus Terminal. There's a lot of other ones too, but anyway, those are the main ones that I typically go to. So Express Bus Terminal not only has the underground shopping arcade, but it also has the Shinsegae department store and an outlet store called the NC New Core outlets, and then it also has a couple of malls within the Express Terminal area as well. So a lot of my time I spent in the part that was like actually the stalls where you go and you like talk to people. They're only like slightly marked up than if you went to like the wholesale markets, which is like too much stress for me. So anyway, let me get started here. So this is one of the malls. So this is the one I typically go to, which is the Go-To Mall. There's also one called Enter 6 that's also at Express Bus Terminal as well, but a lot of my time was spent in the Go-To Mall. So let me just get this one out of the way. I did do a lot of shopping for like shirts and stuff. I had planned, and so did my friend that I was going with, like I met her there. We had both planned on doing a lot more pants shopping, but we don't know why, but like Korean pants are like super duper long now. And like I tried on some, and you know, like there's this cartoon character, every time I tried on the pants I thought of myself looking like him. It was called Mr. Toad, where it just like makes my stomach look like a Mr. Toad, like a big bulb. And it was terrible because they were pleated too, so they were really bad. Anyway, so I did buy a lot of knit items. So I got this because I've always wanted to try like a knit vest, but oftentimes the ones in the US are just like not the right shape for my torso because I have a very long torso and short legs. But I found this one and I thought it was very nice, and it's definitely my color scheme. So my friend was like making fun of me every time we went to places because I was able to find so many places and things so quickly because I just buy natural muted tones. But this was 10,000 won, and it was originally 19, and then I got this. This was the last one. So typically when you go to the express bus terminal, you'll pick the thing and then you'll tell the person who owns the shop that you want to buy it, and then they'll get you like a brand new item from the back in like a plastic bag, and then you'll know that nobody used it. But she said that this is the last item, so I did get this, and I think I got a slight discount. I think I got it for 9 actually. So this is what it looks like here. I'm very excited for this, and I think it's going to be really nice for layering and also pretty good for multiple seasons here, depending on what I layer it with. One of the other stores that my friend really likes that I only find things like every once in a while because it's more like a romantic feminine style, and that's not my style. I'm like more the basics, like minimal sort of style person. But basically I did find a couple of kind of staple items. So this was also at the express bus terminal. So one of the other things is when you go to Korean department stores and Korean malls and stuff, there's like an event hall, and that's where they put a lot of the clearance items, and they just basically throw everything on these like huge trays. So it's basically like when you go to like the returns, Amazon returns stores. I don't know if anyone else watches that on YouTube. But anyway, you sift through a lot of things. So the store is called Twee, and when I was at express bus terminal the last time, they actually had a Twee sale and everything was 10,000 won. So I found this sweater, and actually I have another one that looks like this that I also bought in the express bus terminal, but it's not the name brand. But this was 10,000 won. It was originally 19,900. But this is a really nice tank, and it's going to be good for layering during the professional day and things like that. And it's also going to be good for, it's kind of a thicker knit than some of the other ones that I have in my suitcase here. So it'll be good for like fall and spring. Not so good for summer if I'm being honest, but it is quite nice and very versatile. I'm sorry about this filming setup. It's going to be a lot of shirts, so I'm not going to be able to show you everything because my room is kind of small. This is another shirt that I bought at Twee from that same sort of sale. The other thing I forgot to mention is that a lot of these items are also going to be free size, which means that it's like one size fits most. So luckily for me, I fit most of the free size items. But this one is also from Twee, and this was also 10,000 won. But this is like a lightweight cable knit sort of tank, and it's black, and I really do like this item. It's really nice and lightweight, so it'll be good for summer. This one was 19,900 originally, but I did find it again for 10,000. Okay, so the other thing that I always bring back with me from Korea are Korean socks. So Korean socks are really well known for being really, really high quality, and they're also usually pretty inexpensive. I would say that I was spending a lot of time comparing prices for socks because there's a certain amount that I'd be willing to pay per item in socks, and that's 1,000 won. So for some reason inflation hit socks, but this is so boring, but I also find passion about the socks prices. There's this guy who sells socks on a tarp, and you can get 20 socks for 5,000 won, and he hasn't increased that price. And I used to work and walk to in between the Jonggak station, which is line 1, to Ujiro Wanga, which is line 2, and I always walk past him every day for my commute, and he has kept the same price for 10 years. But anyway, I did find some eventually that were less than 1,500 per item, but some of the stores were selling the socks for 2,500 won per sock, so that's crazy to me. Anyway, I found these and they were 700 won each, and these are all super funny and fun, so I did grab some for my friends and family, and I'm going to keep some probably for myself. But yeah, these were 700 won each, and they do last a really long time. I actually just threw away a pair of socks that I bought and I wear like pretty frequently. Probably in like 2013 I bought them, and one of my friends that I met in Boston, when I was there, she was like, oh my gosh, if you go back to Korea, buy me socks because I've been wearing the socks that you got me and they're like still fine and I want more. So anyway, I got her some socks. So this one says, this one is a penguin hugging a fish, and it's like a sleeping fish. I just find these super funny. I got this one for my friend, and it's for her birthday, and it says, let's go party. When? Today. LOL. I just think that's funny. And it's also funny for the friend that I got it for. And then I also bought some more basic ones. This one is kind of a stripy sort of brown. This one's like a blue cherries one. This one's like a brown, purple, and tan. This one is a Mountain Dew one. I just thought it was funny. And then this one here is Pocket Monster. So Pokemon in Korean is Pocket Monster. So this one is Squirtle. And then this one here is kind of cute as well. So anyway, these are each 700 won, which I thought was a pretty good price. I could have gotten a little bit more hog wild, but I also was like, I don't really need that many socks. So I have a pretty good collection here for my friends and family, and also I'm going to keep a couple for myself as well. The next set of things are kind of random, but okay, so I don't know that much about that many characters, like manga characters or anything like that. I watch like a very select number of cartoons, and that is one of the items here, and that's the only cartoon basically at Bob's Burger that I watch. But I went to SPAO, which is like a clothing store. I like it for basics actually. It has pretty good t-shirts and stuff, and they do have a lot of licensed collabs, and they're like truly licensed collabs. But SPAO gave me this shopping bag because I bought a character item and they gave it to me for free, because otherwise you have to pay 100 or 200 won for shopping bags now. So I always carried like my tote bags, my reusable totes in my purse. But yeah, anyway, I don't know who this character is. It says Crayon Shinchan. I don't know who that is. But anyway, he is on this bag, and I think one of my friends watches anime and stuff, so I feel like they'll know who this is, so I'll give it to them as a gift for other stuff. But this is what I purchased, and this was the pajama set. So I watched We Bare Bears, and We Bare Bears was like really popular in Korea when I left, but I don't think it was like actually the cartoon. It was just the fact that the animators are Korean. I think that they were popular because there was like one scene where Ice Bear knows how to say hello in Korean, or thank you, I don't remember. Anyway, so I'm very bad at cartoons, but yes, they are my favorite characters, and I bought some pajamas because I really wanted some nice pajamas. I wanted to upgrade my pajamas from like an old t-shirt, so I wanted to buy these. I have one other set that I've been wearing that my mom got me in England, but yeah, so I wanted these. So let me open it. I haven't opened it yet actually. They did tell me that once you open these, you're not able to return them, so they did confirm with me that this is the right size, so hopefully it's the right size. I don't know, I was feeling like really confident, and then I went in there and she was like, are you sure you're an S? And I was like, I think so. But yeah, these are unisex, so hopefully I'm an S. I don't know. So this was 39,900 won, which is a little bit expensive, but it was kind of within the range of what I wanted to spend for this particular item. But the other thing I wanted to mention is that there is global tax-free shopping. So depending on where you are and which stores you go to and what their deal is, sometimes if you have your passport, they're able to actually waive the tax for you right on the spot. But other places, you do have to collect the receipt and send it in at the airport, or else at one of the kiosk machines downtown before you go to the airport. And then once you finish it, then there's like a whole entire line that you stand in at the airport, and they give you cash back. But that being said, a lot of my European friends are like, that's too much work. But for me, it was worth it because I did get, basically I got 2 shirts for free at the end, so it was worth it. So just depends on where your priorities are, because I mean, I spend time at the airport anyway. I'd rather stand in the line and get my cash back than like, you know, not. So this is what the shirt looks like. It's like a cotton linen sort of fabric, and it has them in their stacks. So it has Ice Bear, Pan Pan, and Grizz on it here. And then it's also the shorts. So I thought this would be nice, and again, I've been trying to upgrade my pajama game a little bit, and they look so comfy. So hopefully these ones don't get as wrinkly as the ones that my mom got me in England, because those ones I have to iron every time. But anyway, this is what I'm excited about. And then the other free thing they gave me was this hand fan, which actually I kind of needed the day before they gave it to me, so wish I would have gone a little bit earlier. This is another character. I'm not sure who he is. It's like the irritated bear. I don't know. Let me know if you know who it is, but it is a nice hand fan. Like, look. Oh, so refreshing. Okay, so the other thing I usually like buying when I'm in Korea are shoes, just because my feet are so small. Like I'm like a size 2, 2.5 in kids, so whenever I go to the shoe store, it's like actually in the preschool size, which means that they come in Velcro. So in women's, I'm like a 4.5, 4. So I usually have to buy a 5, but then they like don't really fit well. Anyway, so in Korea, I also can't really find shoes that easily. I'm like a 225, and I'm actually more like a 220. So I was in the express bus terminal. I was able to find 2 pairs of shoes, and they're actually kind of like more professional looking shoes. So I'm going to take them out of the bag and show you them. Okay, so these shoes were 10,000 won, and they were a size 225. So they actually fit quite well, and they're pretty well manufactured. They're not super duper stiff, but they're also not super floppy either. But I think that they look pretty good for like kind of everyday professional wear, kind of going to the office, maybe going out to the theater and stuff like that. But they're pretty nice loafers, and again, they're 10,000 won. And then the next set here came in a dust bag, and this was the last one, so I had to grab the ones that were on the display, which kind of grosses me out, so I'm gonna have to Lysol them a lot. These are also size 225, and these are 19,000 won, but they are made with genuine leather. The other ones weren't. But yeah, I thought this was a pretty good price, and they looked pretty nice for like summer and stuff, because actually sandals kind of gross me out in New York because yeah, the ground is just gross. But basically these cover enough of my feet that I don't feel like they're gonna be super duper gross. But but they are also very comfortable and they fit pretty well as well. And these again were 19,000, so I thought it was a pretty good price. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this out of the packaging. Hold on. Okay, so these were some slacks that I bought. They're in size small. There's like basically either free size for Pam, so either F or L. Free size is like, I think sizes inches 25 to 29, I think. Maybe 28, and then large is L, and that's from like 28, 29 to like 30. But anyway, this is what they look like. These were 15,000, and they are pretty wide leg, and I was kind of excited by them. So I haven't tried them on yet, obviously, but hopefully they work. And the lady said that like she thought I was going to be an S, so I figured that Korean people tend to tell you if they think that you're fat or not. So I felt like if she's told me that I was probably an S, then I probably am an S. And they weren't too long, because again, the problem I was having at Korean stores were like, if I went to like the main actual stores, the pants were just so long. I found some that I really liked at like one of the stores, and I couldn't even put them on, like they were so long. So anyway, this one is 15,000. I bought this at the Express Bus terminal. Okay, I'm going to open this package now. I'm missing a piece of this, but this one is a set, and it also came with like an inside white shirt. But this was 10,000 won, and this is just a lightweight summer weight linen cotton shirt. And I figured that this would be nice for like layering with the white leg pants, or else also with that vest. So anyway, this was 10,000, and it again came with an inside shirt. I just don't know where it is. Okay, the next sets here are some undershirts. So I kind of forgot about this in Korea though. So I bought these at the Express Bus terminal because this was 5,000, and I didn't realize that it came with the cups, but you can actually pull them out, because the Korean ones, I don't know why, but they look like triangles in here and they like cone out. But this one's not too bad, but the next one I'm going to show you is pretty bad. But this is like a nice layering shirt as well, so I got this one, and I think this one was 7,000, but this one's really bad. But this was an inside layering seamless shirt, and I bought it because I thought it was going to be nice for undershirts, but like look at the cup, it's so triangle. Anyway, I'm going to pull out the cups for them because I don't think I need them, but also like, yeah, I don't want triangles. Okay, so I'm on my last kind of package item here. So it's a vacuum bag, but now that I'm looking at it, I didn't go as crazy as I thought I did in terms of buying a lot of stuff. I mean, I have a lot of stuff, but it's also like not as bad as I thought it was. So yes, these are some pants. So these are from Twee as well, and these are in size small. So I did try on the medium because I'm like in between like a small and a medium just because of some of my body proportions. And honestly, the medium fit, but they were like a little bit big, and the small fit a lot better. But yes, these are wide leg trousers, and I did like that they had a little belt detail here. It doesn't really do much, it's more of like a decorative detail. They were slightly on sale. I got it for $49,900. I got it for $49,900, and I think it was like 60 something, 68,000 I think. So I did get a slight discount on it, but they did look pretty nice, and they made my legs look longer than they are, which is always appreciated because I have very short legs. But these are wide leg trousers, and again, I thought they were a pretty good price, and I did get global tax free as well for these. This shirt here I bought at Myeongdong. So basically I had seen this shirt at the Express Bus terminal the day before, but when I was at the Express Bus terminal, I think they told me it was 15,000, and that was too much for me. I was like, well, if it was 12 maybe, but 15 is a little bit too high. But I saw this at Myeongdong, and then it was for I think 10,000, which was like right underneath what I would be willing to pay for it. But I like that it had like this little detail here, but it's like a short sleeve, but also kind of a long billowy sleeve, which is the type of sleeve I like wearing when I go to work. And I thought this was a pretty nice shirt, and also pretty basic as well, with a little bit of a pop here as well. It's going to kind of replace one of the shirts I have in my closet that's pretty similar actually, but that one's collared. It has like the pearl button thingies here on the collar rather than on the neckline. Oh my gosh, everything else in here is like beige, various different shades of beige. So this is also from, I think the Express Bus terminal, and this was probably about 10,000 won. But this is a knit, and again, I like this sort of style where it's kind of like a loose kind of style through here, and then it kind of tapers off at the waist, and then it has like a little bit of a wider sleeve at the top and then narrows by the elbow. So I did like this one, and this is kind of like a cream sort of color, and I don't have very many cream color shirts because honestly I'm always concerned about like number one, washing it in the public washers, and also spilling, but mainly the public washer situation. So hopefully this lasts a while. Okay, so this is from a store within Gangnam Station. So if you are traveling to Korea and you want to buy like really basic items at a pretty good price, If you go to exit 12 of Gangnam Station, there's a stall called Matilda, and they have pretty good women's clothes, and things are a little bit more expensive than Express Bus Terminal, but they did do a little bit more of a curation there. They do take credit card. That's the other thing about Express Bus Terminal. They don't take credit cards, so you have to bring cash for that. So that's actually why I brought a lot of cash. It was because I knew I was going to do mainly shopping at Express Bus Terminal. And then in the Gangnam Station, Matilda at exit 12 does take credit card. But yes, I bought this. It's a two-piece set, so it does have an inside tank top here. It's kind of like a linen style tank, and it's kind of this brown shade, and then it has a long sleeve button up for the outside as well. So again, I thought this would pair really well with my new trousers, wide leg trousers, and then also some of the linen pants that I have in my closet, and also would look pretty good with jeans as well. So I thought it was a very versatile one. I was honestly considering buying multiple of them. It was 21,000, so slightly expensive, but I was like, no, I know I can get better deal at the Express Bus Terminal. And now I'm like, where did that white tank top go? But yeah, anyway, I have these. They also had some really cute knits there as well. I was planning on going back the next day, but I just like ran out of time. They had some like short sleeve like rib knits, and they had like a little bit of a zipper here, kind of cute. And they also had some that were like collared, and they had some, I don't know, they just had so many options, and the quality felt really good at that one too. This one is also from the Express Bus Terminal. This one is probably from like one of the Ajuma shops, but like the Ajuma shops, they actually have pretty good separates if you go in there and you just like don't look at the, you know, like the weird patchwork style. But this is really soft. I wish I could tell you how soft it is, but this is like a basic v-neck cable sort of t-shirt, and it is quite nice, and it was 10,000, I believe. I'll have the actual prices when I remembered it in my vlog, because I don't remember it now, but yes, everything was pretty reasonably priced, and this one is rayon and cotton, so that's probably why it's so soft. But I'm very excited by this, and again, this is like a very tan khaki color. Okay, and this one is also from Express Bus Terminal, and this one is slightly different. Actually, it might be from Yeongdong, I don't remember. I think it is Express Bus Terminal, but this one is kind of my style as well, but slightly different. So it's collared and has these buttons, but they're not like functional, they're just there for decor. And then I like that it has a little bit different of a texture here. So it has kind of like the mesh sort of a synthetic fiber texture here, and then it has the knit again at the sleeve. But this was 10,000 won, and I do like it, and I will like wearing it underneath sweaters and stuff. I usually buy these to wear underneath cardigans and things for when I go to work, so I figured this one would be nice. They all look the same, but my style is very basic. Okay, so this is a striped sweater. It's a short sleeve sweater, and again, the same sort of cut where it's free size and it kind of is wider at the middle and then kind of tapers in at the bottom. But this one is also a pretty soft one. The stripes are navy blue, so a little bit different, navy blue and cream. So slightly different than my typical navy blue and white, or else black and white, or else kind of a cobalt and white. But again, it's rayon and cotton mix. But I thought this one would be really nice to also pair with a bunch of other pants that I already mentioned, because my pants are all the same. I did buy one skirt. So actually my friend bought a lot of skirts because she said that the type that she likes doesn't really sell well in her country. But I can find these sort of skirts many places. But I like this one. It was 10,000 won, and it has a little bit of a detail here. So it's a little bit out of my comfort zone because it has a lot of print, but it does have a lining in the inside. But I thought this was pretty nice, and it has a lot of elastic in the back, but it's flat in the front, which actually I tend to think looks better, because sometimes the ones that are like elastic all the way around, they kind of make you look pregnant sometimes, if you know what I mean. But yeah, anyway, I thought this was nice, and it would pair well with a lot of my beige clothes that I just bought. So I tried to go a little bit out of my comfort zone for the next ones, so I got a brown and green. Still the naturals, but same sweater sort of cut. But this one's a little bit risky here with the print, but I do think it'll be really nice for summer. It's really lightweight and very airy, so I'm very excited for this one. This one actually is quite adventurous for me, but it's like a flower, so I always buy like flower print items, but this one's like a really flashy color for me. It's like mint green, like sage green. It's kind of like a gray green actually, but it does have flowers on it, and I thought it would be really nice. Again, the same cut as all the other ones, but I do like it actually, and I thought it would pair well underneath a lot of my more basic cardigans and also my blazers and stuff. Okay, I'm actually down to like my last few items. I didn't buy as much as I thought. I'm actually kind of relieved, but also a little bit like, dang, I could have bought more then, huh? So let me show you what else I got. So this one was, I think 10,000 won. I think I'm missing a bag actually. I bought a black sweater. I don't know where it went. So yes, This was 10,000 won, and same deal here. It's the same cut, but it's brown. And there's actually another store in the Express Plus terminal I do want to recommend. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like in the middle, and it's called something like Knits in Korea or something. It had like a picture of an iron. It was like saying about how it was in Korean though. Everything was like made in the Korea, and it lasted a long time and good quality. But anyway, they had really good prices. Some of the items that I bought, they were 5,000. That's why I think I'm missing a bag, because one of the things that I bought was black and it was 5,000. But I think this one might be one of them, and it was 10,000. And then this is like the same shirt as I bought at Twee, but I bought it earlier, and this was 10,000 won. This one's actually a little bit lighter weight than the one from Twee, so I'm kind of appreciative that I have both. And I did buy a cardigan. So I wanted a new summer lightweight cardigan because I did get rid of my other Korean cardigans for summer because they were getting really old and the elbows were gone. So I bought this one. It's a cable knit gray sweater, and this was 10,000. And these are functional buttons, which I'm appreciative of because sometimes the buttons trick you and they're not actually functional. And this is the final item, and this was a little bit weird for me because I don't typically wear this type of cut, but this one was also, I think, 10,000 won, also from the Express Plus terminal. This one was for sure in the Ajima section because it looks like a golf shirt, but I did like it, and it has a little bit more of an open weave, and I do appreciate that because it's going to be a little bit more breathable in the summer. And this one is cotton actually. So that is the final item. So that is everything that I bought in Korea. That was a lot of shirts, mainly shirts this time, but yeah, I think I'm still forgetting something because honestly that white shirt did come with an inside shirt, and I'm also missing a black sweater. So unless I showed you a black sweater, I don't remember it. Something happened in my packing. I don't know, somebody might have inherited some shirts. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and hopefully this was interesting to you. Let me know where your favorite places are to shop in Korea. Also let me know if you have any questions about what to do, where to eat, etc., because I did do a lot of stuff, but I probably won't be able to edit for a while just because I'm a little bit busy. So thank you again for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.